Hi, my name is Zaara Ahmed, and today we brought several discipuli from Science Bowl and La Bellas to represent humanities and STEM, and to discuss topics such as whether or not humanities or STEM is more useful than the other. And without further ado, the skills I learn in my club subject are more applicable in the real world.
So I'm in the Bellas, and then I picked to disagree just because, well, what we primarily do is creative writing, and it definitely is viable as like a career option, but I feel like I'm not necessarily going to like go in that field, and I feel like, I guess if I'm not like really gonna, delve into creative writing like that, then I don't really see how it's gonna really help me. I mean, it's definitely like more of a creative process, but yeah.
Okay, you see, you and I are in the same club, and my feels up to me is because of the fact that I'm editor-in-chief. I learned a different set of skills, like how to properly lead and effectively would help me out. So I get what you're saying, like in terms of like what we do as a club, because I do it differently. Because I play a different role in the club. I learned different sets of skills.
I feel that from Science Bowl, learning more about science can further one's career in the scientific fields, and it can be very beneficial, not only in acquiring a better college resume, but also just being an educated citizen of the world.
I think CVLS and the curriculum naturally lean towards one type of discipline.
I think a lot of my peers are saying over there because they're thinking about public speaking and emphasis on the humanities here, but we need to understand that public speaking is a skill you need no matter the field you go into, including the field of STEM. Additionally, there is a lot of, I think, emphasis here on sciences. The IB curriculum is a well-rounded one and puts emphasis on a lot of different subjects.
Person in red?
Yeah, kind of just like going off of what Adam was just saying, I think the IB curriculum in specific kind of balances out the sciences and the humanities as well. So I don't feel like it leans specifically in one side or another, but I just feel like if there's a well balance for like any students who like want to go to either side.
I get what you're saying. I also feel as though for the most part, like when you start up at CVLS, I feel there's a bigger emphasis on the humanities. Like with the IB curriculum, yeah, it is well-rounded. But like you can see, like we are called the curriculum line, so there is a large emphasis on the humanities. Yeah.
I just feel like the general culture about the Brooklyn Latin School, it's very humanities based, our emphasis on Latin, Latin culture, and then most of the activities that we do, public declamation, seminar, they aren't inherently tied to humanities, but compared to in terms of a STEM focused environment, it's definitely leaning toward the humanities a lot more. And I'm not gonna deny that there are those opportunities in STEM here at this school, but I just think it's far more disproportionate to the humanities and how much we focus on them.
I think liberal arts education can earn me a decent living.
It's a waste your life and waste your money.
Okay, so let's start with the person with the pink mask.
I feel like a liberal arts degree is a huge waste of your money. It's just about the works that you can do outside of an arts degree. While it does provide a decent amount of creativity and maneuverability in where you could have your career, it lacks the everything else required to have a career and make it sustainable. That's my opinions on it. Any STEM-focused career, like being a doctor or being an engineer, provides a readily available workforce for you to enter, which are very required within our society. So yeah, I think a STEM is just far superior in almost every single way to a liberal arts degree.
You seem to have moved a lot throughout this. Want to give your opinion?
I think the term liberal arts is being misunderstood here, and it's liberal arts education, which is not a career. That could be, you could use a liberal arts education to go into the field of medicine or engineering or whatever it is. If anything, that education is going to mold you into someone who's well-rounded, who can do STEM, but also who has the humanities background necessary in the real world. I think the term of liberal arts is heavily misunderstood.
Person in the black hoodie, would you like to give your opinion?
Yes, so I agree with what I'm leaning towards what Adam is saying, because it is true that like a liberal arts education typically gives a more rounded education experience. Like for example, the IB curriculum, although it's like liberal arts, there's also like a focus on the STEM and other courses. And if you look at statistics for like medical school or other types of school, it's typically those that go to liberal arts schools that have higher acceptance rates into those kind of schools. So although like it is important to have like and personally I do believe that like a STEM major would be more beneficial than like liberal arts, for example, but I feel like liberal arts is also important to give a well-rounded.
Okay, last but not least, the person in the white polo.
No, I pretty much like agree with what you said. I feel liberal arts education. I feel like you're not really specializing in anything, which is why I'm not fully like agreeing. But at the same time, there's so many like necessary skills you get just by like being a part of like a liberal arts education, like public speaking and just like leadership, like coordination skills, like working with people, like those are things that like you will apply, like you're gonna need to do well in like every career field. So it would be like disingenuous to say that like there aren't real benefits to a liberal arts education. It's just that the one thing you're not getting is like a specific like pathway.
Okay, I think that's it. Thank you everybody.